Okay. The time is now 11 a.m. on July 31st, 2024. This is a hearing for public comment on a proposed rule related to unlicensed business selling cannabis. As people join, I request if you can please mute your mics, I would appreciate it. I am Timothy Byrne of the Department of Finance, Office of Legal Affairs. Also joining me will be Jeffrey Baldwin from the Department of Finance, Office of Legal Affairs, the Sheriff's Liaison. This is a hearing for public comment. No comments will be offered by the members of the Department of Finance or the Office of the City Sheriff, which is a subdivision of the Department of Finance. I ask that anyone who comments, please identify yourself and your organization before you make your comments. You can speak for up to 3 minutes. We will start with those who have registered to speak, after which we will ask if anyone who did not register to speak wishes to. Okay. First, is Floyd Jarvis present? We will give Floyd just a moment. Floyd Jarvis, are you present? Okay. Moving along, Richard Chung, are you present? Richard Chung. Okay. Moving along, uh, Cheryl Murray Powell Esquire, are you present? Cheryl Murray Powell, are you Esquire, are you present? Okay. Next, Steve Zizou. Steve Zizou, are you present? Okay. And next, Jumani Williams, are you present? Jumani Williams. Okay. Since it appears the people who have registered to speak are not here yet, we will move on to those who wish to speak, and we will circle back to those who have registered later. Uh, I will go down the list I have here of people who have joined and see if you wish to speak. Looks like someone joined via phone with a 718 number ending in 88. Would you like to speak?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Understood. Okay. Next, we have an individual named Anna who has joined. Do you wish to speak?
Not at this time, just listening in.
Thank you. We have a Bruce Sturman. Do you wish to speak? Bruce Sturman, if you're speaking, your microphone is muted. Okay. I'm gonna unmute you
I'm
because it
trying to
look
unmute.
got it.
I think I have just unmuted.
You have. Great.
Okay. My comment is that I would like the city of New
To
York.
start, would you be able to
Oh,
identify your name and if you represent anyone?
Bruce Sturman. I represent myself
Great.
as a citizen. I would
Understood.
like the city of New York. I would like the Sheriff's Department, I would like to know the exact number of unlicensed stores, and I would like to know how the city knows that. It is somewhat maddening to be reading comments in various publications and websites that they range from 2,000 to 8,000. In the document that you published, that the Department of Finance published, uh, you indicated that currently there are 3,800. I would like to know how you know that. What is the methodology that has been used? I would like us to stop guessing. That is my comment. Thank you.
Thank you, and we appreciate your comment. Just to note, at this time, no comments will be offered by members of the Department of Finance or the Office of the Sheriff, as this hearing is for public comment on the rule only. But we appreciate your comment and have noted it. Okay. Next, would Gwen Safran like to speak?
Hey folks, no thank you, just here to listen.
Great, thank you. Next, it looks like an individual named Jacob has joined. Would you like to speak?
No, just listening.
Great, thank you. Jonathan Maribel, would you like to speak?
Just listening.
Great, thank you. It looks like Kay Frick has joined. Would you like to speak?
Good morning. Decline to speak. Thank you.
Thank you. A Khalid Nixon has joined. Would you like to speak?
No, thank you. I'm just listening in. Thank you.
Thank you. It looks like someone from News 12 Bronx has joined. Would you like to speak? If you are speaking, you are muted from News 12 Bronx. Okay, moving on. A Nicole Kata, would you like to speak?
Good morning. I'm simply observing, but thank you.
Great, thank you. Next, a Paul Herdine, would you like to speak?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Robert Harris, would you like to speak?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. Not right
Great,
now. At least not at the
thank
moment.
you. Sure. Thank you very much. Okay. At this time, is there anyone who wishes to speak who has not yet spoken? Okay. As we did have individuals register to speak, but they haven't appeared to have joined yet, we are going to continue this hearing until 12 or until all the registered speakers have joined and given their comment. And every few minutes, I will be asking if anyone who has joined wishes to speak. Thank you all. It looks like a few more people have just joined. Has anyone who joined wished to speak? If anyone has joined who wishes to speak, please unmute your mic and let us know. Sherry Murray Powell, I believe you're one of the people who registered to speak. Would you like to speak?
Yes, this is Cheryl Murray Powell, Esquire. Is it my turn to speak now?
Yes, we actually ran through everyone registered. We are waiting
Okay,
on others to join, and we've opened the floor to
fantastic.
others as well. But if you'd like to speak, I think now's the
Yeah, I'm
perfect
happy
time.
to. And if you can let me know how much time I have.
It is 3 minutes.
Okay, excellent. Got you. Thank you, everyone. Sorry, I had a little difficulty joining. My name is Cheryl Murray Powell, Esquire. I'm a cannabis agricultural dietary supplement trade, psychedelics, and regulatory attorney. I've been working in the cannabis industry as an attorney for, I'm going into my 9th year. And I work with a lot of legacy operators, individuals who have um, formerly, commercialized cannabis before there was a legal market. The reason why I'm joining today is kind of give a counter perspective with regards to enforcement. We can all agree that these illicit shops that have opened up are one, not representative of our legacy community, and two, they can be an eyesore for the community. These stores may make access to cannabis um, a vulnerability for children. So there definitely needs to be enforcement so that we can kind of bring this full circle and control what has been going on and eliminate the potential harm to consumers. With that said, I think with our new things that I think would be best practices. One, make sure that we are.
Cheryl Murray, just for one moment, I'm just gonna pause you for a moment. It looks like you're having some static interference, of either internet or otherwise. I just want to make sure we resolve that
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
Okay.
I can hear
You
you
seem to be a
fine.
bit more clear
I'm not
now.
getting any. I am excellent. Yes. Did you
Great.
hear what I said as far as my background? The lens that I'm bringing as far as having worked with legacy operators who were selling cannabis before legalization. So I just wanted to add balance to the conversation. I am very familiar with Sheriff Miranda and appreciate the work that he's done. Now, as we try to control this illicit stores, we need to make sure that we're educating the officers on one, what the legacy community is and how it's distinct from these new opportunistic stores that have popped up. I think we should have some type of sensitivity training with regards to implicit bias and making sure that we're not repeating the war on drugs. This should not feel and present as the war on drugs 2.0. I want to make sure that when we develop the inspection roster that's referenced in the rule, that this is done in a non-biased way and that there is not disparate treatment with regards to geographies and race. That would be again setting us up for another war on drugs 2.0. With regards to cumulative penalties, making sure that there is some clear guidance and a rubric to make sure that there isn't disparate treatment with regards to cumulative penalties. I think that is really important. Um, Understanding, there's it seems like escalated treatment for something that is categorized as an imminent threat. So really making clear in the guidance to the officers that will be enforcing what is the distinction. How do you determine an imminent threat versus a regular protocol? And then also the rule allows for the sheriff's office to um, outsource some of their enforcement powers to others. So when this is taking place, just making sure that there is, a setting of the landscape, and again, an understanding of the legacy community versus these illicit stores that have been opportunistic that are popping up, making sure they're properly trained if they are going to have the benefit of the enforcement powers that have been properly allocated to the sheriff's office. So making sure they're trained on implicit bias, making sure they understand the legacy community, making sure they understand that the goal, and as well as the officers know, the goal is to ensure that we are transitioning these individuals into the legal market if at all possible. So we need to facilitate their transition. So again, just to summarize, making sure that with the outsourcing of powers, that the treatment received is going to be the same, making sure that we're not creating another War Drugs 2.0, ensuring that we understand the legacy community and the fact that they have been contributors and we wouldn't have an industry without them. So helping and facilitating them transition into the legal industry, having well-defined understanding of what an imminent threat is versus standard treatment for these particular individuals, that will be
Great.
paramount as far as how we handle it. Initial
Thank you
feedback,
so
but the
much for your
ultimate
comment.
objective, thank you, making sure there's not disparity. Give thanks.
Thank you very much. Department of Finance takes your comment under advisement and appreciates it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm now going to go back to the list of those who have registered to vote. Not vote, registered to speak, starting with Floyd Jarvis. Floyd Jarvis, are you here? Richard Chung. Steve Zizou. Jumani Williams. With that, we will once again open the floor to those who have not registered to speak. Is there anyone who has not registered to speak who wishes to at this time? Is there anyone who wishes to speak who has not done so yet? Okay, as previously stated, I'm going to continue the hearing until 12 or until all of those who have registered to speak have attended. If anyone wishes to speak, please unmute and let us know. Thank you all. It appears that a few more people have joined. Is there anyone who has joined who wishes to speak? If anyone wishes to speak, please unmute and let us know. Once again, Dave, would you like to speak?
Yes, please. Hi,
Okay,
everyone.
so if you could start by identifying yourself and if you represent any organizations.
Sure. Hi, my name is David Nikponsky. I'm the owner and operator of Freshly Baked NYC, a licensed cannabis dispensary in Arthur Avenue in the Bronx. My comments are basically, I think the proposed rules are mostly fine, although I would like to see some indication or strategy of what the sheriffs will be doing for illegal stores that are now entering kind of a defensive mode of operation. And by this, I mean doing things like only buzzing in people who they see on camera while keeping their doors locked, or only beginning hours of operation, say after 5 p.m., in an effort to evade enforcement. This seems to have been a pretty common defensive tactic now taken by the illegal stores that we see, at least in our borough. And so far, we haven't yet seen the sheriff's enforcement strategies adapt in response to them. So something needs to be done to deal with that kind of behavior. Otherwise, they'll just keep tweaking their operation just to avoid enforcement.
Great, thank you. We appreciate your comment and have noted it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the list of those who have registered to speak. Floyd Jarvis, are you here? If so, please unmute. Richard Chung, Steve Zizou, Jumani Williams. At this time, if there is anyone who wishes to speak who has not done so yet, you may unmute and let us know. As previously stated, we will keep this hearing going through 12 p.m. or until all of those who have registered to speak have spoken. Thank you all. Once again, if there is anyone who has joined who wishes to speak and has not done so, please unmute and let us know.
Yes, Ross Floyd Jarvis here. I'd like to speak.
Sure. So if you could just let us know if you represent anyone, and just to note, the comment time is 3 minutes.
Got it. I'm representing New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision. I'm the Rastafarian chaplain, as well as the director of the BMCC Cannabis Workforce and Business Development Training Program.
Great.
Yes.
And
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was going to say you may proceed.
Okay. I'm here to speak about. So I testified twice at city council hearings back in January of 2023 and September of 2023. Testifying before me was YAMA, the Yemeni American Merchants Association of New York. They said that to me, it was surprising that they came and testified as a coalition, as a unit, because quite frankly, they have been responsible for co-opting the illicit cannabis market in the city of New York since the legalization of cannabis, March 31st, 2021. And prior to the co-option of the illicit market, Yemeni merchants didn't have control of it. It was controlled by, and this is documented, it was controlled by Afro-Caribbean males, Afro-Caribbean youth, particularly of the Rastafarian faith. And some of the things that you're seeing right now, it simply wasn't occurring. You're seeing a proliferation of teenagers, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds getting hooked on vapes. Uh, these stores are opening up right next to schools. They came and said that they wanted to be a part of the legal market. They they used saying that they were immigrants and immigrants are last to the market. But I think that was a ploy because they were well aware of how to skirt the licit market in turning over their corner stores into illicit hubs for cannabis. So I just wanted to make that known to the council. So yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Your comment is taken under advisement, and we appreciate it.
All right.
At this time, has Floyd Jarvis joined yet? Floyd
That was
Jarvis? Oh,
that.
understood. I got you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. And
Thank you
also
very much.
I'd like to add two things.
Yes.
In this enforcement, this task force enforcement, all officers should be trained in implicit bias. That's very important. And the inspection rosters and scheduling should be unbiased and not targeting certain geographic areas or races. You should target where the the proliferation of these smoke shops are. So in Harlem, the CUNY School of Public Health conducted a study on where these smoke shops are, and they found that the poorer the neighborhoods were, was the higher proliferation of smoke shops. So look at the economics of it. Look, scrub the city data for the poorest neighborhoods, and you can start from there as a way to avoid targeting anyone and make sure all officers are trained in implicit bias. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Richard Chung, have you joined yet? Richard Chung? Steve Zizou? Steve Zizou? Jumani Williams. Jumani Williams. Okay, with that, is there anyone who wishes to speak who has not done so? If you want to unmute your mic and let us know. Okay, as previously mentioned, we will keep this hearing going till noon or until all of those who have registered to speak have spoken. I appreciate all your time. Thank you. Once again, if there's anyone who wishes to speak and has not done so, please unmute your mic and let us know.
Hi,
Hi.
Timothy. Hi. I joined late, so I'm not sure if this was discussed, but after the sheriff has closed place of
Before we
business.
start, can you just give us your full name and if you
Sure.
represent anyone?
I am Allison Dunn, and I'm a small business owner in Brooklyn.
Great. Thank you. And just as a reminder, the time for comments is 3 minutes. You may proceed.
Sure, thank you. I was just wondering if it was already discussed after a place is sealed, how can anyone take steps to have it open again, or what is the process? I'm not sure if that was already discussed.
It was, there were no comments relating specifically to that, I believe. However, if you'd like to comment, please feel free to. But just as a reminder, no comments will be offered by members of the Department of Finance or the Office of the City Sheriff, which is a subdivision of the Department of Finance at this time.
Okay.
Would you like to provide any additional comment or just more of a general concern over that matter?
General concern.
Great. Thank you very much. At this time, is there anyone else who wishes to speak who has not yet spoken? If so, please unmute your mic and let us know. Has Richard Chung, Steve Zhao, or Jumani Williams joined yet? At this time, if there is anyone who wishes to speak who has not done so, please unmute your mic and let us know.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. Is this Cross? A Cost?
Yes. Sorry. I'm having trouble with this WebEx. I can't see anything or hear anything. I just joined, so
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Would you like to speak? If so, if you could just give your full name, if you represent anyone, and as a reminder, the time for your comment is 3 minutes.
nah, I'm fine right now. I don't know the I would like to hear what the preliminary conversation was before I leave a comment.
Sure. So this is actually a hearing for public comment only. No comments will be offered by members of the Department of Finance or the Office of the City Sheriff, which is a subdivision of the Department of Finance. We're accepting public comments on the proposed rule regarding rules related to the unlicensed businesses selling cannabis.
So basically it's a comment period, right? Where to after this they'll adopt this, this law moving forward with the Smoke Act, right? Or is this just for city only?
This is for the rulemaking process of the rule, yes. So after we will take the comments under advisement, review them, and proceed with the rulemaking process from there.
And right now, it's just they're moving forward with continuing closures, right?
Like I said, this is the public comment for the rule. So the scope of this hearing is limited to just receiving comments from the public.
Oh,
I
got
can't
it.
comment on anything else at this time.
Got it.
Once again, if there's anyone who wishes to comment, you may unmute your mic and let us know. Appreciate all of your time.
Greeting.
Good morning.
Yes. How are you doing today, sir?
Good. How are you? This is the Cannabis Enforcement Public Comment hearing. Would you like to provide a comment on the proposed rule?
Well, I am um, Chaplain Ambezian Selassie of the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated, local number 49, Atlanta, Georgia. And I had got a message on this chat line about this meeting today, this hearing rather, and I do prison ministry, so I'm interested about it. Um, so is this it's like a referendum or it's something that's
This
just
hearing
going
is
to the
specifically to receive comments on the proposed rule. So if you'd like to provide a
oh
comment on the proposed rule, the time to provide a comment would be 3 minutes. Are you interested in providing a comment on the proposed rule?
well this is my first time hearing about it. Could you give me a brief background of the proposal that's coming forth? Is this strictly for
So
prison, right?
this is for the proposed rules relating to unlicensed businesses selling cannabis.
Oh no. I think I got it mixed up because the information I got is supposed to be talking about the prison ministry and I guess people inside that's incarcerated to be able to practice their religious freedom right inside there.
As previously stated, yes, this is a hearing specifically related to the public comment on the proposed rules related to unlicensed businesses selling cannabis.
Unlicensed business there to selling cannabis. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry, sir. I guess I got a misunderstanding of what this hearing was about. Um,
Perfectly fine.
that is
Thank
very
you.
interesting, but thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Very welcome. Have a wonderful day. Is there anyone who wishes to propose submit a comment on the proposed rule who wishes to speak who has not done so? If so, please unmute your mic and let us know.
Hi, my name is Mayor. I'm wondering if there's anywhere to read up on what the proposal actually is, or if we could get a brief recap. I joined the meeting a little bit late.
So the proposed rule is published both online and in the city record. If you go to the Department of Finance's website or the New York City Rules website and go to the rulemaking section, you will find the proposed rule. The simplest way would probably be to Google New York City Department of Finance proposed rules. But as previously stated, this hearing is only for receiving comments. No comments will be offered by members of the Department of Finance or the Office of the City Sheriff at this time.
Oh shit. Very more so. Just the one.
If there is anyone who wishes to speak who has not done so, please unmute your mic and let us know. If you do not wish to speak, if you could please mute your mic, I would appreciate it. Hi,
Hello.
Hector, would you like to comment on the proposed rule?
Yes, I'd like to comment.
Oh, seems like we have two people with their mics on.
Yeah.
First, give me one moment. Hector Encherverini, would you like to speak?
This is
Haas,
Richard
mute your mic.
Chung.
I can't even see where to mute. Like I'm looking at a black screen. I don't even.
I can mute your mic for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it looks like someone with a phone number ending in 56 wishes to speak. Can you please give your full name and if you represent anyone?
My name is Richard Chung.
Ah, Richard Chung.
AKA,
Yes, you
yes,
registered to speak.
yes.
Okay.
Should I go ahead?
Just as a
Okay.
reminder, the time for comments is 3 minutes. You may proceed.
Okay. I'm Richard Chung, Rastafarian since 1971, residing in New York City, Brooklyn. And we are the original people that started to sell what they call cannabis today, which is marijuana. It's in our terms, it's called ganja. God gave man all the green herbs for the service of man. We have been teaching the people this for years and years. And now the time has come for legalization, and there's no account of what we did being recognized. So we are calling on the behalf of the Rastafarian family to show that we are the original people that started this work. And now that it reached a certain commercial stage, they don't include us at all. We spiritually, the herb is used for sacramental use, and we are very careful to how we sell people herbs, because herbs is something sacred, and it's being called recreational now. But we want to show the people the right way to deal with the herbs. So if you give the Rastafarian a chance, we could organize this whole situation that's going on here. But all the people that came in are very commercial, and it's just after the money. But it's beyond money, but yet money. So we want to be able to have a clear view of our opinion of the situation concerning the marijuana. Give thanks.
Thank you very much. We've received your comment.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay. Has Steve Zizou or Jumani Williams joined yet? Steve Zizou or Jumani Williams? At this time, is there anyone else who wishes to speak who has not yet spoken? If so, please unmute your mic and let us know. Okay, as previously stated, we're going to keep the hearing going until 12 or until all of those who've registered to speak have spoken. Appreciate all your time. Thank you. Once again, if there's anyone who wishes to speak who has not yet spoken, please let me know. You may unmute to let us know.
Yeah, I'd like to just note something real quick.
Sure, if you could give your full name and if you represent anyone.
Yeah, my name's Raksha Muthukumar. Don't represent anyone, just living in Brooklyn. Um, One of the things that's been coming up a lot in the research lately around public health is that the state's requirements around what is considered safe or healthy product for marijuana that is being sold in stores is that a lot of the state level testing doesn't give enough information on like mold and bacteria and yeast in products, what should and should not reach consumers. There's rules that don't actually pertain to what is healthiest. So, like, there's a state requirement that weed needs to be grown outside, not indoors, and that contributes to all of it. There's all this public health and safety mandating that is kind of been pretty hands off, and like also lots of public testing results that show broken rules around reporting pesticides, heavy metals, other things like that. And just generally, I feel like if we're having the conversation around what's happening in any of the product that's being sold around the city and how terrible it is for different people's healths for different reasons, I feel like that kind of like public health perspective and the funding and the research and the oversight around that, even from like the lab and kind of like health perspective, is also important. In addition to just the shops being open without a license, it's like what is actually being sold in any of these shops? What is that doing to our communities? I think is an important part of the conversation.
Thank you very much. We have received your comment. Has Steve Zizou or Jumani Williams joined yet? Steve Zizou or Jumani Williams? Is there anyone who wishes to speak who has not yet spoken yet? If so, please unmute your mic and let us know. Once again, if there is anyone who wishes to speak who has not yet spoken, please unmute your mic and let us know.
Hi, my name is Mayor. I'm calling, representing the Crown Heights Jewish Community Council. I would like to make
Can we get your last name?
New, N-E-W.
Thank you.
I'd like to make a comment for consideration. There is clear indication about proximity to schools in this law, in this rule. I'm wondering if they could be included as well houses of worship, because oftentimes, houses of worship are used for meetings for AA and for addicts in general. And it would be very inappropriate if there was an unlicensed dealer and set up right across the street or in close proximity where addicts would come. So I just want to put that in the comment record to see if that's something that could be considered to be added to the rule.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your comment. Once again, if there is anyone who wishes to speak who has not yet spoken, please unmute your mic and let us know. Has Steve Zizou or Jumani Williams joined yet?
Hey, Public Advocate Jimani Williams will be joining shortly.
Great, thank you very much. We'll keep the hearing going until then. Once again, if there is anyone who wishes to speak but has not yet spoken, please unmute your mic and let us know. Once again, if there is anyone who wishes to speak but has not yet spoken, please unmute your mic and let us know.
Hi, Timothy. This is Jeffrey from the Public Advocate's Office. The Public Advocate was just having a bit of difficulty logging in, but he's working with you on the back end, but he should be joining just now.
Okay, we can keep the hearing going until they are able to join. Has Steve Zizou joined yet? Once again, if anyone wishes to speak but has not yet spoken, please let us know.
Yes, hi, hello. My name is Hector Echeverri, and I am a social equity licensee here in Queens, New York City.
Okay.
And
Are you representing anyone in this matter or just yourself more generally?
negative, sir, just myself and my would-be business. Very grateful to the city of New York, but I see a lot of illicit cannabis shops around me, and I wonder how I could survive with them. And I thank any increased enforcement and the regulating of this problem and the shutting of these illicit stores in order to allow the licensed retailers to thrive. And I am for all enforcement that we have to do or help in any way uh, in order to bring about this desired outcome. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.
You as well. Thank you very much for your comment. Is there anyone else who wishes to speak who has not yet spoken? As one of the registered speakers has not yet spoken but has indicated technical difficulties, we are going to continue the hearing until they are able to join. Thank you all for your time.
Okay, I'm in.
You're in?
Yeah,
Okay.
just let him know. Okay.
All right. Got
Thanks.
it. Thanks,
All right.
Jim.
Freddy, sí, muy buenas. Acá comparen.
Good afternoon.
Hello?
Jamani Williams, I see you've joined.
Yes.
And I think you are up.
Oh.
As a reminder, the time for comment is 3 minutes. And New York City Department of Finance and the Office of the City Sheriff will not be commenting at this time. We appreciate your comment and feel free to proceed.
Thank you so much. Peace and blessing, love and light to everyone. I can't see anyone, so hopefully everybody can see me fine. And my my thing is going in and out, so hopefully folks can see me and folks can hear me. But thank you everybody for having this hearing. It's an important hearing, and I am thankful that finally the governor stepped up to give some additional power to shut down the illegal shops. Very rarely do you have folks on the right, folks in the middle, folks on the left saying that it's something that we have to do to make sure that the legal shops can thrive, so we can therefore reinvest into the communities that have been hit the hardest, which is one of the primary goals that we had to begin with, making sure that those communities were helped and that folks who had a legacy within the harsh response to many of these crimes would be the first to get some of the resources that are needed. So I do think unfortunately, the governor of the state took much longer than it was needed, but I'm glad it's happening now. There are just a couple of concerns. We want to make sure that when it's happening, it's not an overuse of carceral solutions, and that we keep arrests to the minimum. I think shutting, padlocking as soon as possible, and confiscation and fines are the best way to go about it. But we don't want to make some of the same mistakes that we made in the past. I do want to just, from what I've seen in the sheriffs, most of what I've seen in the sheriffs, I always give them some credit. Even back to the COVID-19, I saw the way that they would shut down illegal parties and things of that nature. And we in our office got very little complaints. I don't know if other folks did of too much use of force. And I found the same to happen in when the sheriffs are shutting down the shops here. I am concerned now as the NYPD seems to be taking more of a part in it. We're starting to hear a little bit more concern our civil liberties and how it's happening. So I just want to make sure that the sheriffs are taking the lead here, and even they themselves are being careful how we're doing it and making sure that we're protecting civil liberties and civil rights. I did see a video that was a lot of concern that floated recently, where it seemed to NYPD escalated really, really quickly to a person who was very calm and asked some questions, and they just didn't answer the questions. He was arrested. I think they found less than a pound or less than a half pound of weed. So I don't know that it was what they thought it was. So I just want us to make sure that we're flagging that we have to do this, but we don't want to make the mistakes in the past. The sheriff's department seems to do this in a much better way. So hopefully they're the ones that get more empowered and resources are needed. I'm not sure that PD, for some reason, when they're involved, it usually seems to escalate a little bit more. So hopefully sheriffs are taking the lead here. With that, just thank you again. I hope you listen to what everyone is saying. We definitely want to shut those down. We want the legal ones to get all the resources so that we can reinvest into the communities that have been hit the hardest. That was the purpose of this to begin with. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your comment.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. With that, that leaves only one remaining registered speaker. Steve Zizou, have you joined? Steve Zizou, have you joined? At this time, is there anyone who wishes to speak who has not yet spoken? If so, please unmute your mic and let us know. Okay. In case anyone is having technical difficulties unmuting, we are going to continue to 12:05. However, if Steve Zizou does not appear, and if no one else wishes to speak, we will conclude at 12:05. Once again, if anyone wishes to speak, please unmute your mic and let us know. Steve Zizou, have you joined? Steve Zizou. One last time, if there is anyone who wishes to speak but has not yet spoken, please unmute your mic and let us know. Once again, if there is anyone who wishes to speak but has not yet spoken, please unmute your mic and let us know. With that, the time is now 12:05 p.m., July 31st, 2024. The hearing is now concluded. We are still accepting comments through the email and through the New York City Rules website until the end of the day. Thank you all for your time and the comments you have provided. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.